Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Guerrero, the youngest. My middle name is Federica, and my mom used to call me Little Federica. She'd often say, "You'll always be my baby," and she would call me baby even as I turned 41 years old. You probably know my mom as polite, generous, faithful, and righteous. Here are some things that you might not know. She had a wonderful flair while ballroom dancing with my dad. She usually wore the color turquoise. Her favorite ice cream flavor was pistachio. She used to press her lips together when she was pleased, like this. And she would furrow her brow when she was concentrating. She baked delicious zucchini bread and apple pies, pancit bihon, sum on empanadas, and lumpia. When she was done explaining something, she used to say, "And that's the story, morning glory." She gave the best hugs, which she called bear hugs. She worked in the field of geriatrics, where death was a frequent part of her job. She understood death as a part of life, that all things that are born die. If she would see me sobbing at moments this past week, I could hear her say in her practical way, "Save your tears. Listen, this is life." Still, I cry and I mourn, and I also reflect on the lessons she has ingrained in me. My mom taught me honesty. Sometimes she was brutally honest, which did not feel great on the receiving end, but because of this, her opinion was valued and trusted. She taught me that if you can help someone, then do. When I was in 4th grade, our family took a trip to Soho in New York City to go back to school shopping. We passed a homeless man on Broadway asking for money. I was surprised as I watched my mom give him a $20 bill and a smile. The man hugged her, and she didn't seem to mind. My mom taught me integrity. She used to say, "If you're going to do something, do it right. And if you want something done right, do it yourself." I remember being 11 years old. I was sweeping the floor while she was busy on the phone. I thought she wasn't looking, so instead of making sure that all the dirt got in the dustpan the proper way, I scattered the last bit because I was lazy. She had seen me do that, and she caught me. Immediately, she reminded me to do things the right way, whether someone was watching or not. She taught me how to be compassionate and understanding of other perspectives. When I was young, while riding in her Cadillac, I remember pointing to a car that was speeding. She said, "Well, maybe the driver has to go to the bathroom." What she really said was, maybe he has to make taki for the Tagalog speakers. Another time, as the windshield wipers were going on high, I complained, "I hate the rain." And she responded that the plants need the rain to grow. Later, when in college, my best friend had gotten farther than me in a dance audition, and I was feeling hurt and envious. She gently explained that each person was created to be unique with their own special gifts. Then there are the things about my mom I've only come to really appreciate after becoming a mother myself. She used to playfully hold over our heads the effort of her pregnancies. She'd say, "I carried you for 10 months. And she'd point out how big we were. I was 10 pounds, that's huge. Yurik was 10.5. And now, when I read bedtime stories to my son Maceo, I recall what an engaging and expressive reader she was when reading books to us. Her voice itself was a soothing lullaby. I have 2 memories that stand out about my mom. One was when I wanted to move to New York City after college. I asked her to be the co-signer for an apartment, meaning that she would be responsible for rent if I couldn't make it. Her answer was no. She explained that there was space for me to live at home. I remember feeling so angry that she wouldn't help me that way, and I threw a tantrum on the floor like a toddler. But now that I think about it, her saying no taught me fortitude, and it set me up to work for my own success. The other memory is that we had many outdoor cats growing up. One spring there was a litter of kittens. I had gone downstairs to the garage one night to bring them a dish of milk, and I used to like to watch them lap up the milk with their little pink tongues. I heard someone behind me. I turned around, looked up, and there was my mom, quietly standing there, watching them drink too. We smiled at each other, sharing the love in our eyes for just an instant, then turned to watch the kittens again. I inherited her stubby thumbs. I hope to inherit her great skin. I did not inherit her taste for nice jewelry. I did inherit her complete inability to tell a joke to the end without having a fit of laughter, just thinking about the punchline. Well, that's the story, Morning Glory. I hope we can continue to share our memories past the Zoom meeting and keep living the way that she taught us. Thank you all for your support. I grieve with you, and I'm sending you now each a big bear hug.